bí ẹni kú káwọ́ ẹni tí ó ṣe dàrú ẹni. Ṣàṣà ènìyàn nífẹ̀ẹ́ ní lẹ́yìn tẹ̀rù tọmọ nífẹ̀ẹ́ ní lójú ẹni. Ọmọ aráyé abániwọ̀rọ̀ bá òbí dání wọ́n. Ayé ò fẹ́ ní ìfọ̀rọ̀ orí ẹni ní pẹ́ kó yẹ ni. You gotta be strong cause the world is a battlefield. Òjò láyé ó gbé ní lọ bá ò bá mọ̀ wẹ̀. Má ṣe lọ́la òtọ́ láì bá dé. Stress of ìdákùn ṣe jẹ́jẹ́. Ilé ayé ogun ni ó gbọ̀gbọ́n. Ẹ̀sọ̀ pẹ̀lẹ́ láyé gbà rẹ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ ká má ṣe jẹ́jẹ́. Kíbi tí ẹ là tẹ́lẹ̀ ayé. Kò má ṣẹ̀dá tó mọ̀ ńlá. Ó jẹ́ ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi o. Ayé gbẹ̀gẹ́. Inú ẹni ṣàlàmọ̀. A ò mẹ́ni tó fẹ́ ni. Ṣé rántí a ò mẹ́rin ìjọba ẹ̀wẹ̀kú ẹ̀wẹ̀lẹ̀. Àwọn lọ́tẹ̀ ni wọ́n dìde wọn lájànà kó lè rínú gbọ́gbé. Àṣenìtàn bá ní ìdàrú ṣálọ̀ máa ráyé. Àwọ̀ fẹ́lẹ́ bòónù tó já àríkùn má ṣe bí. You gotta be wise to survive and keep your sanity. Ọjà ọ̀dájú ní ilé ayé o ní láti mọ̀ ọ́n rà. Àyàgbé ọ̀gẹ̀gẹ̀ tó bá ti lówó ọ̀yàn òun ló wà lọ́jọ́ ogún dé. Ọwọ́ epo láyé ńlá wọ́n kì í lọ tẹ̀jẹ̀. Ara lámọ̀ á ò mọ́nú ẹni ayé yẹ kó rọra ṣe ṣọ́ra ṣọ́ra. Pásítọ̀ fura pásítọ̀ ti jẹ́ sí iná. Ẹ̀sọ̀ pẹ̀lẹ́ láyé gbà rẹ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ ká má ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ o. Tíbi tirẹ̀ là tẹ́lẹ̀ ayé. Kò má ṣẹ̀dá tó mọ̀ ńlá. Ó jẹ́ ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi o. Ayé gbẹ̀gẹ́ o. Inú ẹni ṣàlàmọ̀. A ò mẹ́ni tó fẹ́ ni. Ẹ̀sọ̀ pẹ̀lẹ́ láyé gbà rẹ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ ká má ṣe jẹ́jẹ́. Tíbi tirẹ̀ là tẹ́lẹ̀ ayé. Kò má ṣẹ̀dá tó mọ̀ ńlá. Ilẹ̀kùn bá jẹ́ ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi o. Ayé gbẹ̀gẹ́. Inú ẹni ṣàlàmọ̀. A ò mẹ́ni tó fẹ́ ni. Ẹ̀sọ̀ pẹ̀lẹ́ láyé gbà rẹ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ ká má ṣe jẹ́jẹ́. Ọ̀rẹ́ mi ṣòwò tirẹ̀ là tẹ́lẹ̀ ayé. Àgbà tó ti fi tó mọ̀ ńlá yòókù lọ́gbọ́n. Ó jẹ́ ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi o. Ayé gbẹ̀gẹ́. Inú ẹni ṣàlàmọ̀. A ò mẹ́ni tó fẹ́ ni. Ẹ̀sọ̀ pẹ̀lẹ́ láyé gbà rẹ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ ká má ṣe jẹ́jẹ́. Ikú pàlà mi tí ọ̀rọ̀ lè ayé. Kò má ṣẹ̀dá tó mọ̀ ńlá. Ó jẹ́ ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi o. Ayé gbẹ̀gẹ́. Inú ẹni ṣàlàmọ̀.
Hello, good evening, my people. It's a pleasure to welcome you to another special edition of the Jagba Jantis Show. This show comes up every Friday between the hours of 9 and 10. Sometimes, depending on the how the discussion goes, we stretch it a bit further, 30 minutes, an hour. Right. So, for those who are just joining me for the first time, I welcome you specially. And I'm your host, Akin. And to my regulars on this platform, I greet you also specially. Thank you for your constant support. Thank you for your encouragement. Thank you for always turning up to hear the nonsense I have to share with you. And thank you for those who send me feedbacks from time to time. I really, really appreciate them because it helps me to um, see the impact or to understand the impact that you're making. And also to those who get in touch with me from time to time to share personal stuff with me and seek my opinion. I also thank you for the regard you have in in me, finding me worthy of somebody you can speak with. So thank you all very much for all you do. Today we will also be you know delving into another important topic, something that will help every one of us as well to plan our lives better and even help the generation that is coming after us. I will plead that you please help me share this show on your platforms as you are coming in. Invite somebody, share this on your wall, share this on your storyline. Just let as many people as possible connect to the show. I mean that's all you need to do, and you will be saving lives. You will be, you know, that's your own way of propagating the the message on this platform. Um, it's good to show me support by sending stars and all that, but sharing the show is very, very important because the aim of this platform is to get the word out there to as many people as possible. So please help me do that if you haven't done that yet. I'll use the opportunity while you're doing that to quickly give shout out to my friends who have already indicated their presence on the show, and then by the time I return, we will go straight into what we have to share tonight. Mo kí ẹ ọmọ ìyá mi ẹ̀bùn ṣó wà pa o, ẹ kú àtàárọ̀ o, ṣé ó rẹra, ẹ pẹ̀lẹ́. Erelú, mo kí yín ẹ kálẹ́ o, ṣé wà dáadáa o, ẹ kújọ́ mẹ́ta, mo ti miss yín o. Àwọn OG wa nìyẹn. Mama the mama. Thank you for connecting tonight. Beloli. Beloli. Ṣèbó yẹ kó wà ní ministration báyìí ni. Àbí mi ni mo gbé date yẹn fúnra wọn ni. Anyway, it's a pleasure to have you on the show. Thank you for connecting tonight. Yes, thank you for, telling them to share. Yes, we need to share this show and bring it to the attention of as many people as possible. Yes, mo mọ̀ pé ó wà Naija. Mo ń fẹ́ mi bá ẹ rìnrìn àjò. I know you're in Nigeria and I thought tonight is your program. Mi mọ̀ pé kì í ṣalẹ̀. Evangelist Obatus. Mo kí yín o. Thank you for joining me as well tonight. It's a pleasure to always have you on this show. Àwọn èèyàn mi gangan nìyẹn. ever present, ever dependable. Thank you for joining me. Um, I hope as we get on in the show, many will have other people connect, and once they indicate their presence, I will give them their own special shout out as well. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin àwọn ẹ̀yin silent listeners, mo kí yín o. Bí èmi ò tiẹ̀ mọ̀ yín, Ọlọ́run mọ̀ yín o. Thank you very much for always tuning in. Mi ò fojú tẹ́ḿbẹ́lú yín o. God bless you. Right. Let's get straight into the show tonight. Um, the show is a continuation of um, the series we have been um, doing for a couple of weeks now, breaking generational cycle. And then we have been addressing those who will take it upon themselves to be that cycle breaker. The person that would look back into their generation and say, you know what, no, bikini ṣe lọ bó ṣe ń lọ bó ṣe ń lọ bó ṣe ń lọ rè, no. Lórí tèmi, it has to stop. Those are the people we have been addressing for the past 5-6 weeks. And we've been taking, the issues one by one. Tonight is a continuation of that series, but it will take a different turn in terms of the previous series have focused on what we should stop doing, but this one is focused on what we should do. So breaking the cycle doesn't necessarily have to be um, not doing something. You can also break a cycle by doing something different. So, which is what tonight's discussion is all about, and that's the only difference. Now, I titled the discussion "Generational Wealth." Initially, I wanted to say building generational wealth. Later, I thought, okay, maybe creating generational wealth. Later, I thought, why we are not building generational wealth. At the end of the day, I settled for this because the way I want to approach this, I don't want to come across to you as somebody or as a broker who is here to sell you some investment package or as a motivational speaker or whatever thing like that. I want to approach this as a social or cultural issue, highlighting some of the things I found not right, and then suggesting what I thought could lead us into generational wealth. or into building generational wealth? First and foremost, I want you all to know that the next generation will inherit or will reap whatever the former generation sows. So, but I guess we are all familiar with um, we're all familiar with instances where um, the previous generation will leave, things for the next generation. So you might be thinking, yeah, so what's the big deal? One fogunle now, one fogole, one filele, one fi this and that. Yeah, true, one filẹ̀. But mélòó ló ti filẹ̀ tó serve àwọn tán filẹ̀ fún? Mélòó ni wọ́n ti filẹ̀ tó last lọ́wọ́ àwọn tí wọ́n filẹ̀ fún? Angle tí mo fẹ́ gbà wọlé lálẹ́ yìí nìyẹn. Angle tí mo fẹ́ gbà wọlé nìyẹn. So, like it is my usual style láti mú nǹkan láti ilẹ̀. So, a máa wá build ẹ̀ lọ bẹ́ẹ̀. A máa lè ní clarity of what I'm talking about. By definition, generational wealth can be referred to as, maybe legacy wealth, or family wealth, and simply it means um, notable investment or money or assets that you leave behind for the next generation to inherit. That's simply what generational wealth means. And this can include, maybe real estate, it can include investment, it can include businesses, and it can be money. So I'm not against this. In fact, it's a good thing to do because if we look at it, those who inherited some form of generational wealth have a significant advantage over those who do not, because wọ́n ní platform láti lè tètè dìde. Àwọn ò ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ jí máa ronú bó làwọn ti máa rówó láti lọ school àbí láti ṣe gbá àbí láti ṣàwo. Ó ti wà ńbẹ̀. Wọ́n ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ máa jí láti ronú pé bó làwọn á gbé. Ilé wà ńbẹ̀. So irú nǹkan báyìí, it helps people to, move fast in life. So it's a good thing. But my concern is this. Passing down this asset passing down this legacy is not enough, because if we look at our own community, for instance, a staggering percentage of wealthy families loses their wealth by the next generation. So generation ilé ló ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ṣe dáadáa. Wọ́n filẹ̀ fún next generation tó ń bọ̀. But next generation yẹn, like, to be modest, be 70%. Wọ́n máa sọnù ni. Okay, kátiẹ̀ láwọn yẹn náà tó gbìyànjú. Ìgbà tó bá máa fi dé generation kẹta yẹn, ẹ gbàgbé ẹ̀, 90% ti lọ. Kí ni nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀? How come we can't retain wealth through generations? How come we don't have businesses that last generations? The environment tí mo wà yìí, a rí 15th generation tó ṣì ń gbádùn in ti generation àkọ́kọ́, the first generation tó ṣe. A rí businesses tó jẹ́ pé founded in 1712, founded in 1942, founded in 1900, 1902. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ṣì wà dé ní. Ó dẹ̀ ṣì wà within that generation, and the businesses are still successful. Kí ló ṣe àwa? Tá a rí nǹkan kan filẹ̀. Or in most cases, tá a bá rí fi sílẹ̀ tó ń parun. Tẹ́ pé tó bá máa fi dé the third generation báyìí, ó ti fizzle out. I don't want to be mentioning names, but you know them. You know successful businessmen of those days who built industries. Níbo ló wà lẹ́nu? Gbàrà tẹ́ni tó lógún ti kú, gbogbo ẹ̀ parun ni. Kí ni nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀? And this is the angle I want us to focus on tonight. Báwo èèyàn kan tún ti dé? I see you, my sister. Esther Adeola. Now your name is clear. Your face show, your shoe shine. And you're early as well. So Facebook no longer refers to you as Facebook user, because that's how your name, normally appears on the comment section. So now your name they show. Thank you for joining me tonight. He says, when you have some wicked family members that will start fighting over wealth, they were not involved in creating. Yes, well, that is part of the issue. That's part of the issue. But wọ́n ní ká lé ẹlẹ́yọ̀rọ̀ lọ́nà ká tó wá fàbọ̀ fàdìẹ. So tí wọ́n yẹn ẹ jẹ́ ká fi síbì kan. It's a factor, true, but ẹ jẹ́ ká kọ́kọ́ wo ẹni tó ní àtàwọn tó gbé fún. Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ along the line tó fi parẹ́? Ah, àǹtí mo kí yín o, my sweet auntie Fọláṣadé Ọ̀ṣun, thank you very much for joining me tonight. It's a pleasure to have you on this show again. It's been a while, but mo mọ̀ pé ẹ̀yin máa ń busy gan. Thank you for joining me. Yes, and that contribution is spot on. I was discussing this very issue with a client earlier today. You can hardly point at any sustainable business owned by Nigerian families entering even the second generation. Sad and quite pathetic. That's it. And that is what I thought we should discuss. Nǹkan kan happen. Nǹkan kan happen. And I hope with your wealth of experience, especially as it relates to your profession, I will rely so much on your contribution tonight, because I know you're an expert in this aspect. So Mama wo comment section yẹn. But ẹ tẹ̀ jẹ́ ọkọ sọ tẹnu mi náà. You see. Now, this is where I want to take it up from. You can pass down assets. You can pass down inheritances. You can pass down money. You can pass down real estate. But these things don't get passed down with the skills, the management skills, the smart investment skills to manage them. So, kí láǹfààní ogún àti ọlá tẹ́ filẹ̀ fọ́mọ tí ò ní ọpọlọ láti lè carry along or láti lè manage? Because sustaining, substantial wealth takes, it takes some level of financial intelligence. And this is not something that many rich parents are passing down to their generation. They build that business, they build that wealth. But àwọn tó fẹ́ filẹ̀ fún are not well educated on how to maintain this, to build more on it, and pass it on to the next generation. And my first point tonight will center on us teaching our children good financial habits. It is better to leave your child well instructed than rich, because the hopes of the instructed are better than the wealth of the ignorant. Ìyẹn ni Yorùbá fi máa ń sọ wípé ọmọ tá a kọ́ òun ló máa gbélé tá a kọ́ tà. What is common today among the say so-called successful or comfortable, you know, people around us is overcompensation of their children or even maybe themselves. So the focus is on giving to their children what they didn't have at their age, instead of them to teach them what they did not know at their age. So torí pé ẹ rí certain ayé kan báyìí jẹ nígbà tí ẹ̀yin ń dàgbà. So somehow you worked your way up and became successful. Owó wà. Wàá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí fún àwọn ọmọ yẹn ní ayé yẹn jẹ. Gbogbo ayé tí wọ́n ò jẹ ńgbà yẹn, wàá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí fún wọn jẹ. Meanwhile, tí wọ́n ò mọ̀ nígbà yẹn tó o farúgbó ara kọ́ tó jẹ́ kí ìrìn àjò ẹ falẹ̀ yẹn, òun ló yẹ kó o kọ́ wọn. Torí àìjẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ tó o bá sí mọ́, gbogbo tó wù kó filẹ̀ á parun o. Àwọn náà tún wá fi arúgbó ara máa fi kọ́ nǹkan tó yẹ kó mọ̀ nígbà tán wà léwe. Rather than giving to your children those things you didn't have at their age. Why don't you focus on teaching them those things you didn't know at their age? Why don't you talk to them about good financial habits? Torí pé olówó kò mean wípé ọmọ ẹ ò gbọdọ̀ má ṣiṣẹ́. No matter how many, no matter how little that child is being paid, it is not the money. You can afford to give that child that money out of your own pocket. But what you are teaching that child is how to earn money. It is the message, not the value that the child is getting from working. Because you have a retinue of staffs and orderlies and people around you, does not mean you should not teach your children how to use their own hands to work. You need to empower them. Otherwise, you'll be raising entitled children who feel they can have whatever they want, who feel whatever they point to has to be theirs, who feels Daddy will sort everything out. Mommy will sort everything out. No wonder many of them run wild and tó bá ti wọ wàhálà tán wọ́n á kàn pè ní. Tó bá dẹ̀ ti pè wọ́n náà dẹ̀ pé àwọn tó mọ̀ 1 2 calls wọ́n á dẹ̀ lọ yọ ọmọ yẹn kúrò ní wàhálà. The vibe you are passing to those children is such that do whatever you want, I'll get you out. You're not teaching them consequences. You're not making them responsible for their actions. In your mind, you are thinking, gbogbo ìyà tèmi jẹ mi fẹ́ káwọn ọmọ yẹn jẹ. Gbogbo tí mo là kọjá àwọn ọmọ mi ò gbọdọ̀ là kọjá. Okay, fine. You can do that and as well raise them well. Get them properly instructed. Get them well educated. And I'm not talking about both fi school lówó ńlá nísìn. Formal education kọ́kọ́ lèèyàn ti lè ní làákàyè. Ọ̀tọ̀ ni ẹ̀kọ́, ọ̀tọ̀ ni kíkà, kíkọ́lẹ̀, ọ̀tọ̀ lọ́gbọ́n orí o. Sọ̀rọ̀ làákàyè ni mò ń sọ ń sìn. Not just to read and write. You must raise your children in such a way that they can function without you. That you know they can continue from wherever you stop. Àwọn ọmọ kan wà. Ọjọ́ bàbá wọn ti kú láyé wọn ti bàjẹ́. Because they have no direction in life. Kò sí tán mọ̀. Kò sí tán lè dá ṣe. Wọ́n ń ronú fún wọn ni. Wọ́n ń ṣe gbogbo nǹkan fún wọn ni. They are not independent, but they are very rich. Owó wà, ilé wà, ọlá wà, wọ́n mọ̀ èèyàn. But that is not all to life. That is not all to life. So it's not surprising that after they are handed that wealth, they can't sustain it. They can't build on it. Because they don't know how. They have not been equipped. They have not been trained. They have not been shown how. So, normal mismanage it. One mismanage it. So our attention now should shift from not just creating something to pass on to the next generation, but to train the generation you want to hand those things over to. Because kò sí point. Kò sí point ọmọ tí ò ṣiṣẹ́ rí. Tó kàn náwó ni. Ó náwó títí tó fi wọ almost adult life. Ẹsẹ̀ wàá pàṣẹ owó tabua àti business ńlá fún. Ń pé ó nìyẹn o. No, ó máa jẹ́run ni. Ó máa jẹ́run ni. We might blame those generations as much as we like. But it would be unfair if we do not talk about the generation that raised them. And if we look at the trend this day, less and less and less generation are passing less and less wisdom to the generation next. So the standard is falling. I look at most of our billionaires today. especially ní community wa. Invite them to any seminar or whatever to come and talk to the youth, and kò sí ní tó máa sọ ju pé believe in God, be hardworking, and and go for it. Go for what nonsense? What hardworking? What believe in God? All these vague speeches and nonsense tó máa ń sọ. But àwa mọ tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀. Àwa ò kú lórí. We know that many of them didn't even work for what they have. Wọn ò lè ṣàlàyé wípé bí mo ṣe fi òkúta kan lé òkúta kan lélẹ̀ tí mo fi di nǹkan tí mo dà lénìí. Many of them became what they are today just as a function of the people they have in the government. So, or the alliances that won't belong to certain cabal, won't bá wọn certain people kan rìn and stuff like that. It's all about alignment. So that's how they came about the power. That's how they came about their billions. That's how they came about their successes. It's not through sheer hard work or their own intelligence. It's through access to power and public funds. So, kí ni irú àwọn yìí tó bá build businesses and everything yẹn, kí ló fẹ́ kọ́ àwọn ọmọ tó fẹ́ gbélé lọ́wọ́? And this is why we are experiencing capital flight. Why? Because the money that they got through this means cannot be kept in that same system. Okay. Why do I say this? For instance, ẹni tó sọ ẹ́ di n tó dà yẹn, tó bá ní issue pẹ̀lú ẹ̀, á bà tiẹ̀ jẹ́. So it is if this fear of losing all that they have, if the relationship between them and their benefactor goes so, that make them to earn that money and just ship it out of the country. So they're not creating industries, they're not, raising more billionaires like themselves because they don't know how to do it. They're not investing the money back into the economy because they fear losing it. So, wọ́n wá ń kó lọ síta, wọ́n lọ ń kó sínú àwọn ìlú ibòmíì. It's there in Switzerland, it's there in Dubai, it's there in all those offshore accounts. So bó yẹn dẹ̀ ṣe ń kúrò ńlú yẹn, ìlú tó ti ń mú kúrò ń pọ̀ sí. Ìlú tó dẹ̀ ti ń make yẹn tó ń invest ẹ̀ padà síbẹ̀ yẹn, ìlú yẹn ń lọ káàkiri lọ máa tọrọ owó ní àwọn ìlú tó kú sí. Now, àwọn ọmọ tó wá torí ẹ̀ kó gbowó yẹn pamọ́, wọ́n kàn indulge reckless life wọn ni. Wọ́n kàn bu owó yẹn fún wọn ni. Ẹ̀wọ̀n gbogbo téèyàn ò jìyà fún. Nàkúnà ló máa ná náà. After all well ni wọ́n fún ẹ. After all, wàá kàn kọ nóòtì kan ní contract 300,000 máa sọ di 3 billion. Ó ṣe ẹ ti pín easy money. Àdé move ẹ̀ kúrò ńlú lójú ẹsẹ̀ because tó bá ti lọ ní issue pẹ̀lú àwọn tó ń ràn ẹ́ lọ́wọ́, wọ́n lè sọ ẹ́ dẹ̀dùn arinlẹ̀. So you go and keep that money somewhere. And then the kids you have, you're overcompensating them because you suffer, you don't want them to suffer. You're not training them, they don't know nothing about how to handle finances. They don't know nothing. They don't know how to work for themselves. Everything is done for them. Many of them, out of overindulgences, want to the drug addict, want to the gamblers, want to show she they're involved in all kind of vices. What kind of reckless money, ramoto, kọ́lé, ṣe gbá, ṣàwo, ṣé ó gbọ́ nǹkan kan mẹ́ẹ̀? You can't do nothing because you don't even know any better yourself. Because kì í ṣe pé o ta button, gbà tó ta button tán, o make profit from button yẹn ló ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wá yáwó sí reinvest ẹ̀ kó tó dín pò ń ṣe shirt. From there ló ṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí wá dá fáàtì tiẹ̀ lẹ̀ tó ń ṣe fabric kó tó. No, you didn't do all that. You just align yourself with some people in power, and wọ́n dẹ̀ pump owó jáde fún ẹ, ó dẹ̀ owó yẹn dẹ̀ yapa, ó dẹ̀ kíákíá move ẹ kúrò nílùú ẹ lọ kó sí offshore account. And then now when you leave this kind of wealth to your generation, they cannot sustain it. Because one, you've passed no value to them. Owó ló filẹ̀, wọn were instructed on how to retain that wealth. So we can't blame them for squandering what was left for them. But we can't ignore the generation that raised them. What did you teach them? Wọ́n dẹ̀ ní kékeré la ti ń pẹ̀kan àrókò. Bí tó bá dàgbà tán ẹbọ ló ń gbà lọ́wọ́ èèyàn. When kids come to you, they want this, they want that, they want this, they want that. Do you sit them down and explain to them how they can build good spending habits? Do you explain to them how money is earned? Do you explain to them how to spend on value, not just on shine? Do you teach them on savings? Do they know investment? Ẹ lọ́dọ̀ àárín àwọn Júù bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n wà lọ́dọ̀ wa ń bí. They have their own close community. Gbogbo tán bá pa àárín wọn ló ń dúró sí. Their school, their work, their shops, everything. Láti kékeré ló ti ń kọ́ ọmọ wọn ní investment. Wọ́n ní jágbajàgba owó. Owó yẹn dẹ̀ ń lọ from generation to generation to generation to generation, because láti kékeré ni wọ́n ti ń kọ́ wọn how to retain that wealth. Láti kékeré ló ti ṣí wọn lójú láti fi ọ̀nà yẹn hàn wọ́n. And likewise, few wealthy individuals who actually, made their wealth through hard work. Àwọn yẹn máa rí wọn, àwọn la máa ń pè ní old money. Kán tó di tán dà yẹn máa rí wọn ti wà bí 68, 70. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ iṣẹ́ láti 16 years of their life, láti age 16. Irú wọn ilẹ̀ máa ń gbọ́ tó máa ń sọ pé àwọn ò ní fi nǹkan kan lẹ̀ fọmọ. Pé gbogbo nǹkan tá a máa filẹ̀ fáwọn ọmọ wọn, àwọn ti pọ̀ ẹ̀ sínú wọn. Gbogbo táwọn pa ẹ̀ wọ́n làwọn máa give it out to charity, give it to them. That everything my kids need to survive and be successful have been given to them. But everything I've earned, my money, my everything, I'm going to give it out to people. Ó yé wọn nǹkan tó ń sọ. Ó yé wọn nǹkan tí wọ́n ń sọ. And for those that will leave a portion, wọ́n mọ̀ pé that portion táwọn filẹ̀ fọmọ yẹn pẹ̀lú nǹkan táwọn ti gbìn sínú ẹ̀ in terms of ọpọlọ, it can turn this over and pass it to the next generation. And that's why many of these people focused on raising their children in such a way that they know how to go into the world and carve a portion of the world inheritance for themselves. On the other hand, àwa máa ń kọ́, a máa ń raise àwọn ọmọ wa láti lọ máa bẹ̀bẹ̀ ni. N bá sọ èdè ń sọ bẹ̀bẹ̀, mò ń sọ work. So they go to beg for what ordinarily they can earn on their own. All this points to how poorly we are raising the next generation. And I keep saying it, our children watch us more than they listen. Gbogbo ọjọ́ ayé ẹ̀yin náà wọ́n rí gbogbo ràkúrà tẹ́ ń rà. Wọ́n rí gbogbo fàlàfòlò tẹ́ ń ṣe. Ṣíṣe ni ṣá. Ogún kan náà ló ń filẹ̀ fọmọ ẹ̀. Nítò náà máa jogún nìyẹn. Kò ní lákòjọ. A máa jẹ́ tán ni. Wọ́n yín pa kò ní dúró sí lọ́wọ́. Because n tó mọ̀ nìyẹn. Ẹ jẹ́ n sáré wo comment section orí àìpé ń gbóná. Auntie says the vision is often vapid because of the law of easy money. Yes, I see children of many selling their family businesses and heirlooms because they lack the capacity and self-discipline to grow a business. I work in a high magnet business district, and all I see are children of former business owners selling off family property and sharing the rent earned from real estate, which they eventually squander living large. Kò ní bàjẹ́ fún yín o. This is all I have been trying to explain. This is the picture I've been trying to paint. This is it. This is the picture I have been trying to paint. Go to Surulere, go to Yaba and environs. Developers are often on the take, buying up valuable assets for pittance and setting family members against one another because of loose change, which often disappears into the bottomless pit of cyberitic living they cannot sustain. Sad. Sad. Èèyàn mi ṣẹ́yìn náà ń gbọ́ òyìnbó. Ṣẹ́yìn ń gbọ́ òyìnbó. This is the reality. This is why we are where we are. Oh, real. Wealth without enterprise cannot plot a straight line between a business model and how they make the success of what they profess. The early class Nigeria are nothing but a bunch of bottom feeders feeding off politics, nothing more. That's it. That is it. Gbogbo àwọn tá a lè refer sí as the Nigerian billionaires. None of them ló lè jáde kó sọ pé yes, mo ṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀ rè. Ibi tí mo ti rí the first 1 million mi rè, ibi tí mo ti rí the first 1,000 mi rè, nǹkan tí mo ṣe tí 1,000 yẹn àbí tí 1 million yẹn fi di 10 million, nǹkan tí mo ṣe tó fi di 100 million rè. Kò sí. And who are these individuals that makes up our billionaires list? Retired military generals, friends of the military generals who were given oil wells, corrupt politicians, individuals used by corrupt politicians as fronts àwọn lè máa ń rí tó ń ṣe tó pe àwọn philanthropist, àwọn lè máa ń rí tó máa ń ṣe give away. Ṣé rí give away yẹn red flag ní fèmí. Anybody tí n bá ti rí tó ń ṣe give away tó ń red flag ni mo ti mọ̀ pé ìrìn ẹni yẹn ò mọ̀, because this is the way it work. Tí ìrìn ẹ tó bá ti mọ̀ pé ìrìn ẹ ò mọ̀, nǹkan méjì ló máa ṣe. Wàá wá àwọn tó máa so mọ́ lókè, tó dẹ̀ máa fara yí, tó máa fara nù, tó máa wà in entanglement with. Àwọn yẹn ló máa yọ ẹ́ o lọ́jọ́ tí wàhálà bá dé. Kí nìdí tán dẹ̀ fi fẹ́ yọ ẹ́? Because wàá kó bá wọn lọ́ ṣe máa rescue ẹ̀. And also wàá wá sísàlẹ̀ through giveaways and all these public philanthropy showmanships. You buy the conscience of the people at the bottom. Torí ọjọ́ tó bá ní wàhálà tó ń jà raburabu láti save reputation ẹ̀, àwọn eléyìí ló máa jẹ́ voice fún ẹ, because you have bought their conscience. Ló máa sọ pé as a good person is this is that, leave him, last who never fuck up, hands in the air, ìgbà kan ọ̀pọ̀ àwọn yẹn lè máa rí, because series of 5,000 10,000 send me your account, send me this and that tó kàn ṣe randomly yẹn, o ti ń ra conscience. And since I have patterned this sort of behaviour, kò fail rí. Àfẹ̀ntí wọn tí tú díẹ̀ nìkan ló kù. But we can count how many people have been cut out. Ṣé nǹkan tẹ̀ ń ṣe rè? Mo bá ti rí ẹ tó ń ṣe give away wèrè kan, tó ń fúnyàn lélẹ̀, tó ń pe kinní kan come and say ọmọ ìrìn ẹ̀ ò mọ́, no pure fact nìyẹn for me o. So all the friends of the corrupt politicians who they use as front, because most of them cannot publicly claim, some of the businesses they own. So wọ́n máa fà wọ́n kan síwájú ẹ̀. Ẹ̀rọ ọmọ 35 kan tá lóun billionaire. Wọ́n ló ń ṣe property, òun ló own gbogbo property ní Korea kan, òun ló ń ṣe kinní kan, òun ló ń kọ́ billions and billions of property. Ẹ béèrè bó ṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀. Láti béèrè question, gbogbo àwọn mọ́ra fọ́kà tán máa ń fún ní 5,000 3,000, àwọn ló máa kọ́kọ́ jump on you pé why you finding out that them good you to go and work for your own. Later, why you finding the source of their money? Do you know the source of their poverty? Àwọn yẹn ni wọ́n ti gba conscience wọn, àwọn yẹn ló ń jà fún wọn. Gbogbo àwọn billionaires tí ò nípìlẹ̀. It takes minimum of 20 years to become an overnight millionaire. To become an overnight millionaire, it takes minimum of 20 years. Nǹkan wá jáde, á ní ó ní property portfolio worth 200 billion. Kinní kan, òun ló ń kọ́ kinní kan ní Korea, òun ló ń ṣe báwọn kan. These people are front for all these corrupt politicians. They have no viable source of income to justify, the lavish money. And also we have the owners of monopoly and oligopoly companies, people tó jẹ́ pé ìjọba kan pa other businesses láti jẹ́ kí tiwọn nìkan survive. And these are the friends of the people in government. Àwọn eléyìí ló ń fund gbogbo election, àwọn ló ń retain one power, àwọn ni wọ́n ní interest nínú pé ìjọba eléyìí ló ń láti wà ńbẹ̀. And because of that, tíjọba yẹn bá débẹ̀, they have no other option but to start rewarding them with grants, give them all kind of waivers, kill other rival companies within that industry to allow them to monopolize that industry. So ẹni tó ń conduct business láì ní competition, ṣe rò pé kò ní wà successful ni, tó dẹ̀ ní access to gbogbo um government grant, waivers, licenses and anything, kò sí ní tó fẹ́ tí wọ́n fún. Bí ìgbọ́n pẹ́ nìyẹn ní open check ni na, license to go and do whatever you want. We also have the bank chiefs. Gbogbo àwọn owó tó ń sọnù yẹn, ẹ̀yin just imagine pé one naira kàn dín nínú àkáǹtì yín, ẹ ní fúra náà ẹ lè mọ̀ pé one naira ò sí nínú àkáǹtì yín mọ́ náà. And then we have millions of customers. Gbogbo àwọn bank tó ń collapse tó ń ṣe everything yẹn, ṣé owó yẹn kàn lọ ni? Gbogbo àwọn unclaimed deposit, gbogbo defunct banks and everything like that, ẹ̀kọ́ tọ́wọ́n bẹ́ẹ̀ ń lò láti fi establish títí tiwọn. Then we have the religious cabals. These are the ones that owned and head all the large evangelical franchises. These are the kind of people that forms our own billionaires club. So out of gbogbo àwọn tí mo dárúkọ yìí, tí mo list category tí mo list, ta ló ní anything tó fẹ́ offer the next generation ni wọn, for that generation to be able to retain that wealth? Kò sí. Ó ní olè jíjà ò ṣe ní tán, because that's the only means to sustain it. That's the only means to sustain it. Tí wọ́n bá dẹ̀ rólè yẹn jà, kan tó bá gbélẹ̀ fún wọn, wọ́n á kàn ta ni. I don't want to mention names. You know them yourself. You see these things around. Gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ tó ń kójọ ó ń dalé nígbà tó ti lọ. Ilé tán filẹ̀ dà, businesses tán filẹ̀ dà. Àwọn tán filẹ̀ fún kí wọ́n fi ṣe. Any child trained with stolen wealth will keep falling off the wagon of life. They cannot thrive outside the system of graft that they were raised on. Simple. Gbogbo nǹkan tí àǹtí ń sọ lálẹ́ bí ìpọ́n rọ́kàn mi ni. Wọ́n kàn ń bá mi lo the right word to convey the message. Just the right word to convey the message. Jews don't joke with money. They are behind all successful betting companies, hotel casinos in the world. Yes. Gbogbo ilẹ̀ àìmọye ilẹ̀ ń bí ńkọ́? Gbogbo ground rent tí wọ́n ń gbà ńkọ́? Ọ̀tọ̀ mortgage, ọ̀tọ̀ ní ground rent. But they know how to manage that wealth. Mi láwọn náà ò ní reckless life or whatever thing like that. Wọ́n ti rán díran wọn. Wọ́n mọ̀ principle tó yẹ káwọn ó tẹ̀lé láti sustain ìkíní yẹn. Nǹkan láti kékeré lọ ti máa raise àwọn ọmọ yẹn bẹ́ẹ̀. Because wọ́n mọ nǹkan táwọn ń ṣe. My brother here says rich people in Nigeria make their money from the asymmetry of information, according to Prof. Patutomi. This means that the sources of information for making money has to be kept secret from the majority. No country can experience commonwealth prosperity in the modern society with such mindset. Oh, I wonder, but kọ́ má fi òyìnbó tàn wá jẹ, kọ́ má máa sọ pé wọ́n keep a secret or whatever thing. Mo ti bẹ́ lálẹ́ yẹn kò sí secret kankan. If we trace it a little bit further down, a lè rí ibi tí gbogbo ẹ̀ ti wá. A lè rí bó ṣe happen. Tọ́ bá tẹ̀ irú owó bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn wọ́n lè kólẹ̀ nínú ìlú. Because àwọn tó sọ ẹ́ di tó da ẹ wọ́n lè padà sọ ẹ́ di ẹdun arinlẹ̀. So you want to protect such money, you move it out. So as such, that money is not being reinvested into the system. We're not creating, you know, generational wealth. We're not creating commonwealth prosperity. We're not reinvesting into our society, into our youth. We're not raising more successful young people. Just look at what happened recently with the central bank announcing that they will redesign money. Ẹ wo àwọn owó tó ń kó jáde tó ti jẹrà. Ẹ wo àwọn owó tí wọ́n ń kó jáde tó ti jẹrà. Ṣẹ̀ni tó kówó pamọ́ ẹjọ́ kí lẹ rò pé kí ló wà ní ọpọlọ ẹni yẹn tó fẹ́ pass sí àwọn tó kówó yẹn dè. Wípé bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe máa ṣòwò, this is how to preserve money. Because look, in tí central bank sọ yẹn gangan tó ṣe ìgan ó yẹ kí ó ṣí ẹ pọ̀lọpọ̀ nílàákàyè pé look, money is just paper. Tó bá pọ̀ jù ní circulation gbà mí ìjọba máa ń dáná sun, or they use other economic tools or policies to withdraw that money from circulation. Ìkan central bank ló yẹn ti wọ́n pé okay, owó tó yẹ kó wà ní liquidity rẹ̀ kò sí ńbẹ̀ o. Definitely ó ní àwọn àárín kan tó wà, kò sí problem. Tẹ́ bá lẹ̀ ní kó jáde, á lo àwọn owó yẹn mọ́ o. A máa gbówó tuntun jáde, and within this short period of time, the new money yẹn máa take effect. And this is what forced them to start bringing this money out. And that tells you that money is just paper. It's just paper. And the government can withdraw it, they can print more to put into the system. Ayé náà la ṣáà wà ńgbà tí ìjọba kan sọ wípé kò sówó kẹ̀. Print money. No ink, no paper. Print money. Ayé la wà. Kí ni gbogbo ẹ̀ dancing? And now we're screaming, the rate is this, the rate is high, the rate is this. Do you know what it takes to be able to have a say in the forex? Kí lẹ̀ ń produce? Kí ni ìlú mi rà lọ́wọ́ yín? Kí ni nǹkan tẹ́ ń contribute to the global economy? For you to be able to influence the foreign exchange. Kò sí. Gbogbo àwọn industries tó wà tẹ́lẹ̀, isoglass, aláta biscuit, Leland, gbogbo àwọn Dunlop, gbogbo àwọn Derek Batch, gbogbo àwọn kan yẹn, where are they today? All the centers where those industries used to be have been sold off and purchased by churches. bọ́dé foam ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì ti ra gbogbo ẹ̀. Àwọn tí ò níṣẹ́ wọ́n á tún wá gádà ní ọjọ́ Wednesday. Wọ́n á máa pray fún iṣẹ́ in a location where a factory used to be situated. Ẹ̀yin pa ti ṣí èrè gan. A ti ṣí èrè gan. Those businesses should have been rescued and find a way of keeping them open for business so that they can employ more people to work and earn. Ṣùgbọ́n no, ẹ máa rà á. Ẹ wá sọ di fanciful place of worship. Ẹ wá máa gather sínú ẹ̀ lọ́jọ́ Wednesday àbọ̀jọ́ Thursday láti pray fún iṣẹ́ àtowó. Wọ́n ti ṣí èrè gan. Ìlú tó ń san táìtì tí ò san tax, ibi lá pa wọ́n kù. Ìlú tó ń gbàdúrà tí ò ṣiṣẹ́, ibi lá pa wọ́n kù. My brother says this is the reason many retreat case studies of how many successful business in Western nations evolve. But in our own case, we hardly do case studies. For example, how can we run a case study analysis on how Dangote business started? As rich as Dangote is, I've never seen how a business started a management case study before. Òun ló wà nínú category tí mo dárúkọ wípé owners of monopoly and oligopoly. They are friends of the government. Wọ́n máa pa àwọn iléeṣẹ́ míì fún wọn ni. So kò sí bá a ṣe fẹ́ sustain generational wealth. Kò sí bá a ṣe fẹ́ sustain commonwealth prosperity if we do not go back to educating the generation we want to pass this wealth to on how to manage and maintain it. Problem there wà gan. What we are seeing today is the effect of what happened in the 90s. Láyé àwọn 419. Òun ló bí nǹkan tá a rí lónìí o. And what we are witnessing today, tí olóṣó ń bímọ fún Yahoo boy, we will see the effect in the next 30 years. Go and mark this down. Because owó tọ́mọ Yahoo nísìn ẹ̀kọ́ wo ló fẹ́ fi ilẹ̀ fọ́mọ? How to manage it or how to improve on it. Bọ́mọ Yahoo fowó lẹ̀ fún ọmọ tó bá bí nsìn. Ọmọ yẹn drug náà la fi mú. But generation tó máa bí nìyẹn. Go out today and see how these kids take drugs. Oh, ìtò shock mi jù ní pé àwọn ọmọbìnrin yẹn, the way young girls take drugs, mi ìrírú ẹ̀ rí. trauma wo ló ń dì pẹ̀lú kí ni nǹkan tó kí ni tó ń là kọjá tó fi ń mu drug tó bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. I mean, I'm not saying that job taking is exclusively for the male gender. That's not what I'm trying to say here, but eléyìí wà shocking fún mi nǹkan tí mo rí. So kẹ̀rẹ̀kẹ̀rẹ̀ generation náà lè tún ti bọ́ báyìí tó tẹ̀lé wọn náà tún ti bọ́. When will this cycle end? Ó wà lọ́wọ́ wa báyìí. So kò dìgbà tó o bá lówó recklessly before you can pass wealth to the next generation. Ìwọ̀nba tó o bá ṣe, tó o bá filẹ̀ fún wọn with sound education, with proper instruction, you'll be able to build on it. Wọ́n á tún fi díẹ̀ kún tí wọ́n ti filẹ̀ yẹn. Àwọn náà tún pàṣẹ fún ọmọ tuntun. And that's why I say when you teach your sons, you are teaching your son's son. So it's not just enough to steal money, to use some dodgy means to acquire wealth and live lavish and overcompensate and overindulge your children, and then leave a will and say ẹ fún Táyé ní ilé ibẹ̀ yẹn, ẹ fún Jídé ní 20 million, ẹ fún ilé ní kinní kankan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Wàhálà ò tí lè ṣọ̀sẹ̀ kan nu sàárè tí gbogbo ẹ̀ fi máa parẹ́. Fact mo sọ fún ẹ. And they will be back to square one. Àwọn èèyàn máa náwó sí wọn pé bàbá wọn, ẹ bá mọ bàbá wọn tẹ́lẹ̀, ó ní burúkú owó ẹ̀wà ọmọ ẹ̀ lọ́rìn kiri títì yẹn. Gbogbo lébẹ̀ yẹn, gbogbo street ìdélẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ bàbá wọn ló ń gbogbo lébẹ̀ o. Gbogbo làwọn ẹ̀ wá ń gbé sí wọ́n sọ abẹ́ bíríìjì ni. It is better to leave your son instructed than rich. But the hopes of the instructed are better than the wealth of the ignorance. That is the message I hope to deliver tonight. If we must break this cycle of not sustaining generational wealth, then we need to do something different. We need to start teaching our children well. Start training them on good financial habits. Teach them hard work. Teach them savings. Teach them how to spend on value, not trends. Teach them investments. Build businesses and involve them in the running of it from young. Tó bá parí school, jẹ́ kán darí síbẹ̀ yẹn. Kán mọ nǹkan tó ń ṣe. Involve them in what you do. Not just simple kan dáràn. Àwọn yẹn kàn ń fẹ́ owó kan bù fún wọn. And at the end of the day, wàá jẹun pé kí Jídé my first son to inherit my business. Business rẹ̀ ló máa inherit. Ó máa gbé ta ni. Ṣé o mọ tán ṣe ń bẹ̀ ni? Ó ti ẹ̀ dá bẹ́ẹ̀. Àǹtí ti bá mi compile list. Jobitex, Michelin, Dunlop, Berek, Nigerian German Chemicals and Co. All gone. All gone. Go to Oba Akran Road, all the warehouses have been taken over by churches. What happened to Odua Investment with over 45 companies under them? What happened to Modern Dollar Holdings? Hearing nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀. Nǹkan burúkú ti ṣe wá. Àwọn burúkú ti ṣe wá. Do you know many Nigerians gather in prayer meetings claiming and receiving on Monday morning? When countries that have decided the destiny of the world have opened the financial markets trading. This is how we ended up with the mindset of learned helplessness. This is why I hate how Nigerians treat the doctrine of destiny helpers. It's a dangerous doctrine. Honestly, inú mi kàn dùn fún gbogbo àwọn comment tí mò ń rí lálẹ́ because it shows wípé some of us mọ nǹkan tó ń ṣe wá. But why are we not talking about them? Why are we not shouting these things out to the rooftop? Why are we keeping quiet? For how long are we going to keep quiet? When will the change that we desire come? When are we going to break this cycle? Àwọn èèyàn ti tán lu o. Ìlú ti dahoro o. Àwọn èèyàn ti sá lọ tán o. Àwọn tẹ́rù pé ó máa fìlúlẹ̀ gan fìlúlẹ̀ o. Àwọn arúgbó ló ṣẹ́kù Nàìjíríà báyìí o. The youth that can grow the country wọ́n ti já o. Wọ́n ti já o. Wọ́n ibi tán já lọ náà wọ́n lè cope ńbẹ̀. Why? Because they're not used to how that place is are being run. Ibi tán ti ń bọ̀ they do anyhow. Ibi tán ti ń bọ̀ wọ́n rí èèyàn kan ròpin sí lọ́rùn. Ṣùgbọ́n ibi tán sá lọ kò rọgbọ o. And they are not used to the kind of system that they have to deal with. They're not used to it. So wá dàbí pé from fry pan to fire ni wọ́n bára wọn. Nigeria has destroyed them. The system in Nigeria does not empower. It makes you weak. It reduces you to nothing. It makes you lazy. It makes you entitled. If you are lucky to go to another system and you are open to changing your lives, then that system will straighten you up. Gbogbo tí mo wá ń sọ lálẹ́ á wá yé ẹ á nítumọ̀ fún ẹ. Wàá mọ̀ pé ibi tó ti yẹ kó dúró kó ní nǹkan wọn ì bẹ̀bẹ̀ ń bẹ̀. Wàá mọ̀ pé tí wọn ò bá tẹ́ tábù tí wọn ò bá fún ẹ ní tí wọn ò bá fẹ́ kó jókòó sí tébù títí wọn wàá lọ create tébù tiẹ̀. Wàá mọ̀ wípé èèyàn máa ń lọ gba ìpín ẹ̀ nínú ogún ayé ni. Please, let us keep talking about it. Let's not be quiet. If we want to break this cycle, if we want to change our system, if we want to change our fortunes, if we want to change our lives around, we must do something different. And that is how and this is how I thought, I'll be able to approach this discussion tonight. I've not come to sell any get rich quick scheme or investment or whatever for you. Well, don't call it investment, Do they even know what do they have any investment knowledge? No. Èèyàn offer yín ní double digit return on investment within a short time. And they don't make sense. Èèyàn offer yín ní interest rate tó ju prevalent interest rate tí central bank ìlú yẹn offer. And they don't make sense. And they kó gbowó yẹn kó sí. Wọ́n á sọ ń pò lọ. Ó ti lọ ní ìsọ̀npò ti lọ. Ó ti lọ. ó ti lọ ara ìlọ́pọlọ tá à ń sọ náà nìyẹn. If you want to invest, you must know that it will take time for it to yield. Wàá filẹ̀ ń bẹ̀. Wàá filẹ̀ ń bẹ̀. Ìgbà tó bá mature, ó lè má já sí kò tiẹ̀ gan látó mature tá yield ẹ̀ ní nǹkan kan because arúgbó ara ló wá fi ń ṣe investment. Wọ́n máa ṣe investment láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti ìgbà tí tókun wà tágbára wà. So ìgbà tó bá fẹ́ sinmi tó ti ń débi 50-60 yẹn ló investment yẹn á ti mature. Ìgbà yẹn ló ní dààmú mọ́. Ìgbà yẹn wàá máa rí returns èrè lórí investment yẹn. Ẹ wá wà 50 ní ìsìn, ẹ wá wá investment tó máa sọ yín di millionaire overnight. Ẹ wá lọ kó gbogbo savings yín, ẹ wá lọ kó fún wèrè kan tó níkùn tó yọkun wèrè kan tó lóun máa bá yín invest kíní kan. Owó yín ti lọ. I don't have pity for people like that. No pity. No pity. No pity. My sister says, I believe parents should also encourage their kids to pursue their passion as well. Don't force them to leave your own. Yes, that was what we discussed last week. Parental influence on career choices. That was what we discussed last Friday. Don't try to correct your own failure in their lives. Ó ti gbáyé tí ó ti wà gúnlẹ̀, fi wọ́n lẹ̀. Jẹ́ kán tọ ọ̀nà tí wọ́n believe pé ó bá ìrìn àjò wọn mu. That was our discussion last week. In other climes, you will learn to know you don't need to think for your boss about how to pay your wage. Yes. Òfin ni ó ṣiṣẹ́ wọn láti gba ẹ̀tọ́ ẹ̀. Àwọn eléyìí wá fún ẹ lówó bí ìpọ́n ṣe ń favour ni after tó ṣiṣẹ́ fún wọn. You know. I remember Ferrado brake. Yes. Mo rántí eléyìí náà. Ferrado brake linings and brake pads. Yes, mo rántí. Gbogbo àwọn kan tá a fi ń change pàtì mọ́tò ń gba exile battery gbogbo nǹkan kan mẹ́rin. Inú ìlú yẹn ló wà. Gbogbo ẹ̀dá lẹ́ni. Gone. Gbogbo ibi táwọn industry yẹn wà, church ló wà ń bẹ̀ lẹ́ni. Church ló wà ń bẹ̀ lẹ́ni. Even at a scamming on investment, the government of a sinner country will make moves to protect the gullible citizen. Àwọn wo náà ló wà ń di ẹ̀? Àwọn wo náà ló wà ń di ẹ̀? Ṣé tajà tẹran ni wọ́n issue license fún láti ṣe investment ni? Gbogbo nǹkan ló ní in tó guide wọn náà. Gbogbo nǹkan ló ní nǹkan tó guide wọn. Ìmí gan tó yẹ pé wọ́n try láti build system, wọ́n lọ register ní Europe wá láti bẹ̀ wọ́n make course bí. Wọ́n sì ní bọ́n ṣe máa guide ẹ. Wípé ṣọ́ra fún company báyìí whatever. Then wọ́n gan láti ṣe due diligence fúnra ẹ̀. Make your search. O invest fún company tó jẹ́ wípé ibi tó ń pè ní company address wọn gan ó débẹ̀ bus stop kan ni. Ṣé o wá lọ gan address tán láwọn wà? Ṣé o wá ọ́fíìsì yẹn lọ? Ṣé o débẹ̀ o bá yàn ń bẹ̀? Ó ṣe gbogbo yẹn. Màmá Láti kan sọ fún yín pé àwọn ti kówó síbẹ̀, wọ́n máa ti fáwọn ní first kìíní. Àyín náà jẹ́ tètè lọ ṣe kìíní. Greed wá mú wọ náà, ó tẹ̀lé ohun ìyá Láti. Owó ẹ̀ ti lọ. You know? The most ridiculous industry in Nigeria now is the property industry. The prevalent popular industry is residential property. Even the so-called analysts in the industry don't see any danger that poses for Nigeria. We are just so consumerist in mindset. You see this one that I just mentioned now? I've sat down to think about it myself. And to be honest, it's part of what I wanted to discuss tonight. But mutin wo time. I don't want to keep people for so long here. Kí ló dé tó jẹ́ pé orogún òwò la máa ń ṣe? When somebody is in a business, everybody will rush into it. Everybody's building property, 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 but those properties are empty. They're not affordable. Àwọn èèyàn ò lè gbé bẹ́ẹ̀. The conditions of the building, ẹni tó kàn collapse right, left and center. Half a plot, wọ́n máa kọ́ 3-story building síbẹ̀, wọ́n á tún yọ swimming pool, gbogbo àwádà á wá fún mọ́ra swimming pool, wọ́n kọ́ swimming pool tó dàbí sọ́kàwé. Àwọn wo ló ń gbé inú ilé yẹn? We're building ghost towns. Ẹ wá ra lẹ̀ o, ṣé gbogbo àwọn tó ra lẹ̀ wọ́n sì máa ní problem. Ṣùgbọ́n àwọn tó ń tà fún wọn mọ̀ pé kó tó ní problem yẹn àwọn á ti jẹ lọ. Because the problem won't come now. The problem is in 10 to 15 years. When development reaches that area and they tell them that pé ilẹ̀ tí wọ́n wà approve ni wọ́n tà fún wọn, àwọn encroach ní sí orí kinní kan according to master plan ìgbàkàwọ́ kọ̀ọ̀kan bẹ́ẹ̀, and they tell them to vacate the land. Ẹ̀rí kan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ Màgódò, ọdún wo làwọn yẹn ti ń gbé bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn? If somebody is selling ó ń ta báyọ̀ ń ta wòsíwòsí àwọn African thing, ìwọ náà gbégbá ẹ̀ wá wò ó pé ó dà pé díẹ̀ ló ti ra mọ́tò, irọ́ kìíní ń tà gan nìyẹn ọ̀rọ̀ kan, ìwọ náà gbégbá ẹ̀, òwò tó mọ̀ ń pa ẹ̀, ẹ̀yin méjèèjì ẹ̀dẹ̀ jọ ń serve the same customer, ọ̀rẹ́ ni yín, ẹ jọ wà ní the same circle. Sàwọn tó ń patronize yín náà, àwọn tó wà nínú circle yín ni, tó bá yẹ ẹ máa jà, ẹ máa bọ̀jà ara yín jẹ́. Meanwhile, ó yẹ kó wo business yẹn kó wo pé okay, what associated businesses can be created from this? Okay, òun ti ṣí ṣọ́ọ̀bù yẹn, ó ti ní warehouse yẹn, ó ti ní everything. Okay, why tèmi ò máa kó wá kó máa rà lọ́wọ́ mi? Ṣùgbọ́n ẹni tó ṣe ẹ̀yẹn náà, olóòbùkún náà ní, olóòbùkún everybody, ó náà bá yẹn pé irọ́ o, òun kò lè máa jèrè profit kíkó wá yẹn lára òun máa lọ kó direct fara òun. So kẹ́ni mánì náà ń bá wa jà, crab mentality. We can work together to create industries. Àwa máa jà sí òwò kan náà. But you see, with that property industry, they are hiding money. Ogun torí yẹn, they are hiding money. Gbogbo àwọn owó tí ò mọ́, owó tí ò clean yẹn, wọ́n ṣe ń wash yẹn ni. Ibi tán lè fi sí nìyẹn. That is the honest truth. So some of those property you see, they're like money silos. Owó tí ò ṣe kó jáde ń pé mo ní o, owó tí ò ṣe ṣàlàyé, ibi tán máa fi sí nìyẹn. Ridiculous stuff ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀. Ridiculous stuff. Ridiculous stuff ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀. There are other areas that we could invest such money into within the system that will serve more purpose. Ṣùgbọ́n hòtẹ́ẹ̀lì ni everybody ń kọ́, hòtẹ́ẹ̀lì àti fàájì joint. Ìlú yẹn ò níná, kò síyàn kankan tó jókòó kó rò ó pé téèyàn bá tiẹ̀ fẹ́ build solar generating plant kékeré tó kàn lè power 15 houses ní àdúgbò kan, èló ló máa ná mi ná? Then find the brains who can do it. Wáìlẹ̀ tó máa set up ẹ̀ sí. Speak to people around and tell them I have this service to offer. Constant iná for this amount. From that, ó ti ń generate ó ti create solution kan sílùú. From there, you earn. From there, ó create businesses fáwọn ẹlòmíì. àwọn kan ló máa gbà tó máa ṣọ́ generating site yẹn because olóbùkún àwọn olóbùkún náà wà tó máa fẹ́ wá tú gbogbo kinní ẹ̀ lọ. So gbowó yẹn ó dẹ̀ ti máa charge sínú nǹkan tó máa san lóṣù. O ní láti power gbogbo community, o ní láti power gbogbo state. Bó ṣe lé 15 péré ló lè connect sí grid yẹn ó tó. Àṣeyẹ o. Ilé ìwèrè ni wọ́n lọ ń kọ́ kalẹ̀ sí Lẹ́kì. Tó ń retí ẹni tó máa wá gbà shortlet. Wọn ò dẹ̀ réyàn, ibẹ̀ làwọn ọmọ yahoo ń gbé. Tó bolé àwọn ọmọ yahoo ló lè gbà. With the rent they charge. Ọmọ yahoo ló lè gbà. Gbogbo kìíní ṣì máa parun because they're not sustainable. Èló lẹ fi kọ́lé, èló ni rent tó ń san, ọjọ́ wo lẹ tó fẹ́ gba rent lẹ tó fẹ́ recoup owó tẹ ná lórí ẹ̀ padà. Lẹ má gbàgbé kí constant náà lè máa náwó lórí ilé yẹn to keep it in that condition. Ronú. There's a lot to talk about. There's a lot that is wrong with us. And nobody wants to talk about it because they think, ìfẹ́ tó máa gbọ́ àbí kí ló kàn mí? But generation after generation are getting poorer and poorer. Gbogbo ìlú yòókù ń dìde, àwa ń lọlẹ̀ sí i. Adẹ̀rùn páyé ló ń ṣe wá, ayé ò ṣe wá o. Ayé ò ṣe wá. Àwa là ń ṣera wa. And in all of this, my message is to encourage you. It takes just one risk taker to change these things around. Are you ready to make them to be that risk taker? Are you ready to be the one that would, take it upon yourself to do something different? To raise your own generation well. To impact them positively, to educate them, to instruct them well, rather than overcompensating them. Torí pé mi ò rí géèmù play nígbà tí mo wà lọ́mọdé, géèmù ló tún jáde ń sìn wàrà fún. Kò kàwé. At that age dẹ̀rẹ̀ ìwọ ò mọ nǹkan kan pa àti ẹ̀ ń save, ò mọ nǹkan kan pa investment, ò mọ nothing. But ní ìsìn o ti wá mọ̀ lárúgbó ara, ó dẹ̀ mọ value ẹ̀, ní tó yẹ kó o kọ́ nìyẹn. Kì í ṣe kó máa fún wọn ní nǹkan tí ìwọ ò ní gbà yẹn, ó yẹ kó o kọ́ wọn ní nǹkan tí ìwọ ò mọ̀ gbà yẹn. This is how to empower the next generation. This is how to create generational wealth. Kò ní dáa kí ìran tó máa tara ẹ̀ jáde kó tó lo ayé bí wọ́n ṣe lò. Kò ní dáa kó sọ ìtàn burúkú tí wọ́n náà sọ. Kò ní dáa rárá bí pé èèyàn wáyé asán. For those listening to me tonight and those that will listen afterwards, the burden has been placed on you now. To turn the story of your generation around. The burden is on you now. And your conscience will not let you rest. Thank you very much for all those who connected today. I think today happens today that I've had the highest number of viewers on the show. For all those who made this possible by sharing the shows on your platform, thank you very much. I really, really appreciate you. My brother Shegun Daniela Thomas for your contribution on the platform today. I'm sure this must be your first time watching the show, and you were very, very um, much involved and engaging. Thank you very much. My sister Esther Diola, thank you very much. Apostle Falu Ayokunle Olawale, thank you for your contributions tonight. Evangelist Taiwo Batunsin, thank you for your contribution tonight. And special thanks and shout out to my auntie Folashade Oshun for our insightful contributions tonight. I mean, every of our statement, every of our contribution um, actually painted the picture clearly as it is in my mind. She actually helped me to put the words out there the way I would really have um, wanted to be portrayed. I thank you very much, and to all those who listened, um, and were just don't fail me, Bamilo. We'll keep going on. Thank you very much. God bless you. Until we meet again next week Friday. Mi ní wá yín tì o. Ìbàjẹ́ ayé ò dẹ̀ ní kàn yín. Go out there and do something different. Change the story of your generation. You can do it. God bless you. Ó dàárọ̀.
Ẹ̀sọ̀ pẹ̀lẹ́ láyé gbà ọ̀rẹ́, ẹ jẹ́ ká máa ṣe jẹ́jẹ́. Tíbi tirẹ̀ ládàlẹ̀ ayé, kò má ṣẹ̀dá tó mọ̀ ọ́la. Ó jẹ́ ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi o, ayé gbẹ̀gẹ́. Inú ẹni ṣálámọ̀, a ò mẹ́ni tó fẹ́ ni. Ká ṣe bí ẹni kú, káwọ́ ẹni tí ó ṣe dàrú ẹni. Ṣàṣà ènìyàn nífẹ̀ẹ́ ní lẹ́yìn, tẹrú tọmọ nífẹ̀ẹ́ ní lójú ẹni. Ọmọ aráyé abániwọ́rọ̀ bá orí dání wọ́n. Ayé ò fẹ́ ní ìfọ̀rọ̀, orí ẹni ní pé kó yẹ ni. You gotta be strong cause the world is a battlefield. Òjò láyé ó gbé ní lọ, bá ò bá mọ̀ wẹ̀. Má ṣe làlà òtọ́ láì bá dé, stress softly dákun ṣe jẹ́jẹ́. Ilé ayé ogun ni ó gbọ̀gbọ́n. Ẹ̀sọ̀ pẹ̀lẹ́ láyé gbà ọ̀rẹ́, ẹ jẹ́ ká máa ṣe jẹ́jẹ́. Kíbi tirẹ̀ ládàlẹ̀ ayé, kò má ṣẹ̀dá tó mọ̀ ọ́la. Ó jẹ́ ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi o, ayé gbẹ̀gẹ́. Inú ẹni ṣálámọ̀, a ò mẹ́ni tó fẹ́ ni. Ṣé rántí a ò mẹ́rin ìjọba ẹ̀wẹ̀kú ẹ̀wẹ̀lẹ̀? Àwọn lọ́tẹ̀ ni wọ́n dìde wọn lájànà kó lè rínú gbọ́gbé. Àṣenìtàn bá ní dàrú ṣálọ̀ máa ráyé. Àwọ̀ fẹ́lẹ́ bòónù o, kò já àríkùn má ṣe bí. You gotta be wise to survive and keep your sanity. Ọjà ọ̀dájú ní ilé ayé, o ní láti mọ̀ ọ́n rà. Àyàgbé ọ̀gẹ̀gẹ̀ tó bá ti lówó, ọ̀yàn òun ló wà lọ́jọ́ ogún dé. Ọwọ́ epo láyé ńlá, wọ́n kì í lọ tẹ̀jẹ̀. Ara lámọ̀ á ò mọ́nú, ẹni ayé yẹ kó rọra ṣe. Ṣọ́ra, ṣọ́ra. Ẹ̀sọ̀ pẹ̀lẹ́ láyé gbà ọ̀rẹ́, ẹ jẹ́ ká máa ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ o. Tíbi tirẹ̀ ládàlẹ̀ ayé, kò má ṣẹ̀dá tó mọ̀ ọ́la. Ó jẹ́ ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi o, ayé gbẹ̀gẹ́ o. Inú ẹni ṣálámọ̀, a ò mẹ́ni tó fẹ́ ni. Ẹ̀sọ̀ pẹ̀lẹ́ láyé gbà ọ̀rẹ́, ẹ jẹ́ ká máa ṣe jẹ́jẹ́. Tíbi tirẹ̀ látẹ̀lé ayé kò má ṣẹ̀dá tó mọ̀ ọ́la. Ilẹ̀kùn bá mi ṣe gẹ́gẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi o. Ayé gbẹ̀gẹ́ inú ẹni ṣàlàmọ́. Àwọn ẹni tó fẹ́ mi. Ẹ̀sùn pẹ̀lẹ́ láyé gba ọ̀rẹ́. Ẹ jẹ́ ká máa ṣe jẹ́jẹ́. Ọ̀rẹ́ mi tó ń bá látẹ̀lé ayé. Àgbà tó ti fi tó ọ̀la yòókù lọ́gbọ́n. Ó jẹ́ ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi o. Ayé gbẹ̀gẹ́ inú ẹni ṣàlàmọ́. A ò mẹ́ni tó fẹ́ mi. Ẹ̀sùn pẹ̀lẹ́ láyé gba